Hello everybody, thank you very much for organizing this hackathon, Custom MT team and all the collaborators. I'm very glad that we are more and more people that are trying to change the mindset and starting to make others realize we can be all builders now. So thank you very much. I'm going to show my application. I've built it in around 2 hours. It is called RouteMT and it is for helping us deciding which model use best in a specific scenario depending on quality, cost and latency, okay, and speed. First of all, we navigate to the application and we can connect or not an API and a model via API. Okay, it is just for the free text describe your policy tool. That is not compulsory. It is just a feature to use LLMs so that you can type what you want the model to classify and it will do it and map the different information to the deterministic values. Okay, because this application is deterministic. It is not based on LLMs making the decisions. Okay, the LLM is not working in the background. It is programmatic. It is a program, an application based on a program behind it. Okay, so let's go. First, we can introduce the API key that I have it here. For later use, the describe your policy text box. Okay, first of all, we need to have the different providers benchmarked. Okay, we can upload the file with the different information, that is model name, the ID, even you can add the type if it is NMT or LLM, language pairs, domains, and the quality, cost, and latency values, because this application takes already the benchmark of the models, and from that benchmark it allows you to decide automatically, or it decides automatically the best suitable model according to the language pair, the domain, the type of document you have chosen or you need to translate automatically. Okay, it allows the import and export in JSON and CSV file, and you can add manually a language pair, okay, or a domain, for example, finance, and you can select here if you need that the data it is based in the EU, or if a model has been decided to be used, or that the model is more qualified for a specific domain according to our benchmark. Okay, we can do it here or via the upload of the file. Okay, and once we have our settings regarding the models, here we can select the language pair. Okay, as we can see, we have added Russian, and there is no provider with Russian because we haven't included anything here. But if we put some information here, okay, then the language pair has a provider. Then we can use the selected domain, and in accordance to the priorities we have, if we need a balanced engine that puts the same weight or we need to put the same weight in quality, cost, and speed. You see here the percentage of the distribution. If it is quality first, it gives more weight to quality, cost first to cost, and speed to the latency. Okay. In accordance to what we select here, we see this moving. Okay, already. It is dynamic, and it is giving always an explanation of why it has chosen or it is rejecting a specific model. Okay, we can export these decisions as CSV format, which is very interesting as well. This could be maybe linked or connected to a specific system to run automatically the machine translation. So, apart from the priorities, we can set some hard constraints that should be met. For example, quality 90, and we see here that we don't have any providers qualifying, so we need human intervention to decide. And if we select 80, we have several of them. If we restrict more the latency, like 300 for example, we have less providers available. And if we decrease the costs, we have only 2 providers available. If we determine the UE data residency, it is not possible in this case to select any provider, and if it is require a domain certification either. If we change here the domain, we don't have also any for this one. But for example, if we go here and check for the specific model, Gemini 2.0 Flash, we select here medical, and we go back. In theory here, when we require a specific domain, we see that Gemini Flash is available. We can restrict the providers, so here if we restrict the Flash, it disappears. Here we have some examples of how to use the policy. The policy box where we can describe to the LLM what we need. For example, legal Russian into English quality first document, and we type parse. Sorry, we press parse, and we see that no language pair selected. Okay, because it is not covered. If we go back here, we see it was English into Russian, so it is saying to us, okay, you cannot do that. You cannot choose. There is no language pair for there is no model for that specific language pair. If we say medical Russian into English cost first model, we then parse here. It's taking a while. Sorry, I didn't press the button. Russian into English. Oh, sorry, it should be English into Russian. English into Russian cost first model. We parse it, and now we have it here, and we have all the explanations why it has selected this specific engine, or the reasoning. The explainability is perfect here, and we have Opus as a model. We could export this as a JSON file, okay, and that's mostly it. I hope you have enjoyed this presentation. I hope you have found the application useful, and anything you need to know about it, how I did it, I built it with Cloud Code exclusively and deployed it in Vercel. Thank you very much again to the organizers of the event. Thank you very much. See you. Have a nice weekend.